Hello friend, Marco for your perfume, episode 118, and today I'm reviewing Mont Blanc Legend Eau de Parfum Concentration EDP that I purchased online for 40 euros, which is around $40, 100 ml, 3.3 ounces. I really love this fragrance, so please don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and of course, with the magical Thor hammer, tap the bell. So every time there's a new release, you will be informed. Okay, this is it. Gorgeous box, I really love it. Black and gold color with white inscription too. 3.3 ounces, 100 ml. Bye-bye. This is the bottle. I reviewed the EDT a few months ago. This is the EDP Eau de Parfum. The cap is a little bit different, and this part in the EDT is metallic color. Other than that, all the Mont Blanc bottles are gorgeous. My preferred Mont Blanc is Legend Spirit, the white one. I did a review also on this one. This is a better version and a more mature version than the EDP. I love it a lot. So stay tuned. Basically, the perfumer behind it is Olivier Pecheux, like the EDT. The box is nice, but the bottle is even nicer. The only thing I don't like here is the atomizer. As you can see, it's okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. I don't know. But it's, let's say it's passable, okay? So as I told you, the perfumer behind it is basically Olivier Pecheux. He did EDT2. It was released in 2020. The genre is fougere aromatic, but also leathery. It's quite synthetic, this one, but much less than the EDT that I like, but don't love. I like it. This one I really love, okay? So the note. On the top, you got bergamot and violet leaf. The two quite present in the opening. Give it a bright opening. I really love it. In the heart, you got woodsy notes, jasmine and magnolia. Quite flowery, the heart. And in the base, you got oak moss and leather. The picture of this fragrance, the picture of Legend EDP by Mont Blanc. Well, it's of course a flanker of the EDT, but it resembles strangely to Trussardi Uomo that I bought a few months ago. You will have a review on that also later. 80% similar, trust me, 80% similar. I also like the bottle on Trussardi. However, this one I prefer to the Trussardi Uomo that I also like, okay? It resembles, of course, to Abercrombie and Fitch, but only 65%, a little bit less than the EDT, okay? It's basically less fruity, a less fruity version of the Abercrombie and Fitch, more mature if you prefer. I personally love this one. I love also the OG, the EDT, but this one more. Much more, okay? It's basically a version that lasts more, projects the same, not less for an EDP, strangely, but it projects the same. It's more classy. You got here more better oils, quality oils on it. Still synthetic, but quality oils. This one is a rich scent, quite classy. For synthetic, you got some creamy vibes also to this fragrance. You got some creamy vibes to this fragrance. I also got some vibes of Percival by Parfum de Marly, Percival by Parfum de Marly, but it's not a clone, not of Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce and not of Percival. It got some notes of it, okay? Another thing is, it is a compliment getter, this one. Not a beast compliment getter, but you receive quite a few. I personally received quite a few compliments. It's not my first bottle. Basically, I bought it a few months ago and then I give it to a friend. However, this one I bought it recently. But trust me, this one is a compliment getter. You can get some few compliments of a week wearing this one. If you're a heavy sprayer, you will get compliment. If you're a sissy player, you will not get compliment because nobody will smell it, okay? Good. This is more an all year fragrance. The other one was also, but less Swiss knife than this one. This one is more classy, so you can even dress up with this fragrance. Okay. The opening of this one, of the EDP, is quite fresh, with a bergamot and violet leaf that is really fresh and give it a kick in the opening, because the rest of the fragrance, the heart and most of all the dry down is more mature, especially the dry down, sorry, is more mature. And I feel also heavy woods on this one. In the heart you got flowery notes and woody notes that give a perfect transition to the dry down that is basically oak moss and leather combo that give it a more dark touch to it, but not too much dark, don't be afraid. This Legend EDP is basically quite close to the intense version, not totally close, but something like 85%, okay? But it goes in a leathery direction, in a more mature direction, okay? And then of course you are left with, I told you, with the two last note, the leather here is quite present, but not an aggressive leather and not a realistic leather. It's more artistic leather, let's call it like that, okay? And it mixes perfectly with the oak moss. So basically it's a more sexy version of Legend. The EDP is a more sexy version and a more mature version. This was the picture of this fragrance. The last thing, on my skin 4.5 hours and on my cotton shirt 7 hours. I give it a note of 8 out of 10. The projection, 1.5 metal bubble around you for 1 hour. It's okay, but it's not the best. I got a good sillage. I will give it 7 out of 10. The season, spring, fall, and winter. I will not wear this one in the summer. Maybe in the evening, if you're going out, it would be, and you dressed up, it would be perfect. So 8 out of 10. The occasion, an everyday fragrance, but prefer a dressed up fragrance. 8 out of 10. Similarities, Trussardi Uomo, 80, maybe even 85%. Abercrombie Fitch Fierce, 65%. Legend EDT, 80%. The Intense, 85%. Compliment factor, 8 out of 10. I received a few compliments and I understand why. It's a seductive fragrance. The note I will give on Legend EDP by Mont Blanc is 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because it's a better version. 8 out of 10 because it's a better version than the EDT. More classy, more sexy, more mature. Thank you very much. It was episode 118. Marco for your perfumes. Bye bye.